Facebook with my Facebook page, and that's not available anymore. It used to be.
What?
Because you used to be able to turn your friends into followers.
Oh, I didn't do that.
It used to be. They said it might come back, and when that happens, I'm just gonna turn my Facebook into a Facebook page.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be so awesome. Yeah, that was not a. Oh, now I clap.
That's a tan.
I've been tanning.
Yeah,
that was never an option for me when I did mine, but I did my page like in 2008.
No, it was an option at one point, like in that time.
Yeah, we just missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought about it, and then I like got nervous about doing it. At one point, I'm like at a different place in my life now, you know?
Yeah, because then everyone sees it.
Right.
All of your...
So, I don't know. I'm like trying to figure out. Maybe we'll take a look afterwards. I feel like Instagram isn't. I mean, Facebook isn't very user friendly.
It's so not user friendly.
It's so confusing,
and it's the biggest one. And I'm like, that's what Facebook is. What all like moms and average Joes use. How do they do it?
I know, right? Well, they don't use it for the things we're using it for,
That's
or we
true.
want to use it for.
Yeah, Facebook sucks. Check sucks. That's good.
Oh my God, there's a squirrel above your bed.
Yeah, the squirrel is a popular guy in my life.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's like a popular artist, but a popular guy in your life.
Yeah, not a popular artist at all.
What's his name? You know,
He's too special to have a name.
he doesn't have a name?
He looks like a Fred.
He does look like a Fred.
Maybe I've named him and forgotten.
Does he have a ponytail?
Oh my gosh. It looks like he does, but he doesn't.
No, that's his
tail.
That's his tail. It
He
looks
does
like
have
he's
a
got a rat
ponytail.
tail. It looks like he's got...
I watched this mom on TikTok cut off her son's, I think he was 6, rat tail that he's had since he was a baby.
I like that you hesitated. Cut off her son's rat tail.
As you can see, I was not a fan of this video because I'm like, you have just made your child a target for the first 6 years of his life.
Oh my, target?
Yeah. You don't think everyone that walked by that damn rat tail on that kid, it was this long, braided.
Oh, and she cut it off?
Thank God.
Yeah, but like, why was it there in the first place?
That's the question. And he wanted it off. He was so happy when she cut it off.
I bet. Ew. So she made him wear a rat tail?
Since he was a baby, if anyone didn't get this clear, this is a stranger on TikTok. I don't know this monster.
The mom is the monster.
The mom is a monster.
What a poor kid.
That's like a mom that doesn't feed their kids well. It makes me very angry. But we won't get into that one.
Oh,
so the mom,
like nutritionally, or just like in general, like mass?
Just kids that aren't fed correctly.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Because then I'm like, I want to help them.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I was never introduced to sugar ever.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you know, I was fed fine, but
I mean, I wasn't fed perfectly.
No, me either.
But kids that are only fed McDonald's. We had a lot of McDonald's too.
Sure, I had a lot of fast food,
but
it was like a treat. I was told it was a treat.
Yeah, it wasn't a everyday thing. But this rat tail,
back to the rat tail,
was this long.
Okay.
And she cut it, and his whole life he grew up with a rat tail, and you know that he's gonna have to do therapy when he's older because of this rat tail.
Oh, for sure.
I always do the arm.
I know,
never
it's
know what to
comfortable.
do.
I don't know. I don't want to like sit here like this.
I know. I do the arm too. We can arm it.
Okay.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, welcome to
Misery Loves Mandy.
Misery Loves Mandy. Ding.
Mostly happy podcast. I hope one day I could have my own production company called Mostly Happy.
Mostly Happy? What did you say earlier that was funny? It was like a badass bitch monster or something. What did you say?
I don't know. I don't know. I want to be I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Badass bitch monster, something like that.
Something like that. It was great. I was like, oh, that's a good name.
Man, I wish I remembered.
Yeah.
Damn it. I was frustrated about little things going wrong. I thought my mic was broken last episode. Just turned out it was on volume 0. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is Julia Jasunas. That's how you pronounce your name, right?
Jasunas, yeah.
Does everyone mess up your name?
Most people.
Okay.
And I took out a silent letter.
With the spelling?
Uh-huh.
So tell them, what is the original? What is it? What letter is missing? There's like a Z.
There's an I in there. There's a silent vowel. And so it throws everyone off. So I took that out and people still mispronounce it.
Damn.
I know.
So you made the precautions and they still messed it up.
And it's like, if it was just acting, I would have left it in there because that doesn't matter. But if people are strangers are saying your name when you're going on stage, I was like, oh, how am I going to fix this? Like, I want them to say my name right.
Yeah.
So it's Jasiunas is the proper spelling.
Oh, wow.
Jasunas. Yeah.
The I would have really thrown me.
So I took out the I. So it's Jasunas, Jasunas. But people are still, I mean, I think they get in their head because they haven't seen that last name before. So they just panic on stage and they can't remember what it is. And so they'll make something up.
Well, I guess you're going to have to take out some more letters.
Oh, God. Just spell it with an O-O, Jasunas.
Yeah. When I host, sometimes I'll write out people's names for how do you say it?
Phonetically?
Phonetically.
Yeah.
I'm like forensically.
Forensically.
Case. Just draw their body.
I mean, I tell people to write it out phonetically. I don't tell them how to spell it. I'm like, it's Jasunas. Spell it however you need to say it correctly, and they'll still mess it up. If you're a comic out there who's fucked up my name, I hate you. No, I'm just kidding.
So, fuck you. I'm lucky my last name's pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could change it and be Latina.
I do, though. That is one thing that happens. Sometimes people will bring me up as Martinez because that's more popular than Martino. So they'll forget my name and just say Martinez, which definitely gives me cred on stage. They're like, she's Latin. She's not white. We like her more.
We like her, yeah.
So I'm like, mess up all you want.
There's the ethnic.
Yeah.
There's the ethnic pick of the lineup and the girl. Oh, 2 boxes. Smart.
So you have to like me.
Yeah.
When they find out I'm white, it's like, work for it.
Yeah.
Work for it.
Work for the laugh.
But I'll work for it. Yeah. With my Starbucks. Cheers.
Look at that.
We both have reusable Starbucks cups.
We do. I mean, I used to have one similar to that.
I just got it. If you get 400 stars, you get a free cup. And they just started doing a thing where if you bring in your reusable cup, you get 25 stars.
Oh.
Instantly.
Wait, what?
Yeah, which adds up quick if you
Wait, I have so many of these. These I bought from Starbucks. They say little fun things on them. This one says heck yes. I make myself and Gary a coffee in the morning, and I give him one of these to take to work every day. Sometimes it's like hustle and glow, or like sing louder, and it's like this pink cup, and he's got a tour of the studio that he works at.
I hope he brings it in with him.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Sparkle and glow.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
He could rock it.
He could. He just like, he doesn't care.
Yeah, that's great.
To me, it's
a
good time.
I tried icing this, and it's not ice, but.
Oh yeah, that's a tricky one. That's why they put in so much ice. I've learned it's because it's not. I know.
Oh my God! I thought of my wiener. I was changing my wiener, my weekly wiener. The annoying person that bugged us this week.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm changing my wiener.
I just thought of the Starbucks reminded me of a new wiener.
Okay.
I'll do my wiener so it gives you an idea of the wieners.
Sure.
Get ready for this week's Weekly Wieners.
Weekly Wieners.
I've never done that before. I'm never doing that again. Not the noise. I've never done that either, but the jacking off the air.
Okay.
That I shouldn't do again.
Well, maybe not. I don't know. You know, you do you.
Okay, so my weekly wiener actually has to do with Starbucks.
Okay.
So I stopped going to Starbucks for a while because of the money. It's so much money.
It's so expensive.
But
that's why I make them at home.
Yeah, it's so much
in
better.
my Starbucks cup. Or my mugs. I'll get like mugs that really make me happy.
Yeah, then you feel like
Yeah.
you're still getting the bump of dopamine.
Sure.
As you leave the dopamine fix when you go buy a coffee somewhere else.
Oh, it's so good.
What the hell is that?
I don't know, but I like when I just got back from Chicago. I'm cutting you off, but I just got back from Chicago, and like because I don't have my Nespresso with me, we had to go to Starbucks so much, and I was like, oh. And I found myself wanting a coffee like throughout the day. I wanted like 4 coffees,
100%.
and it's just because I wanted to go. I was like, oh, I could go for a coffee right now.
It's such a pick me up.
And just having that little cup with you, and you're just like, I'm so cool with my little coffee cup.
It's a daytime weighted blanket.
Ooh. Look at you.
I just thought of that.
It totally is. I love a good analogy.
And I'm all for them because it's the only way my brain works. So I
Yeah.
constantly am thinking of them.
Oh, that's so great. Do you do that? You should do that on stage.
Like maybe I should. That's a great idea.
Write down your analogies and see if you can work out some jokes around them.
Thank you for that. I will.
Yeah, I just did like I have a brand new one that's working well. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll try it out.
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
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 Analogies.
Sweet. So,
You guys know what an analogy is?
so if you get your reusable cup. This is a cool podcast. Cool cats. A positive thing before I shit on Starbucks. I only started going because I write there, and I was having trouble writing at home.
Sure.
So it's a good justification, being like it's worth the money because I will get writing done.
Sure.
And then the trick is if you have the Starbucks card on your Starbucks app, you can get a refill for 50 cents.
I did know that with regular coffee, right?
Yeah, or iced. Just
Okay.
no frappuccino or a refresher gets it too.
Interesting. I did know that because my mom gets regular coffee. I get lattes.
You have to ask. They might do it.
I know it's I think you get 10 cents off when you reuse your cup.
I know that, but now it's the 25 stars that and then the free coffee. So I'll get my coffee and then I'll get my 50-cent coffee and I'll save that for the next day.
Oh.
So then it's like 2 for 1 and I feel less guilty spending money on coffee.
Yeah, for sure.
But also fuck Starbucks because they started doing this bullshit. This
What?
is my wiener.
So serious when you said that. This is my wiener.
My wiener this week is very serious. It has to do with Starbucks coffee.
Oh no.
So they used to just do a black coffee, just coffee, just coffee and ice, as a black iced coffee. But now if you order black iced coffee, it's iced black coffee and sweetener. What's wrong with that equation, Julia?
I mean, sounds like you got a little too much sweetener.
Nailed it. Fucking sweetener.
Yeah, why? Ew.
So they're
to hook you on the coffee even more?
I don't know. First of all, it seems like they're wasting money because they're adding an item they didn't have to add. So their coffee now the protocol is to be sweetened. So
Ew.
you have to say, I want a black coffee unsweetened, which pisses me off because that's repetitive. And why?
And redundant.
Redundant.
And repetitive and redundant.
Redundant's probably the word.
Yeah, it's true.
But, so I got 2 coffees and I was like, oh. First of all, broke my fast. I sound like the worst person. I'm like, a Starbucks intermittent fasting? Ew. But
No.
I drink my black coffee and I tried to wait at least until like 11 to eat.
Sure.
And I've been drinking sugar coffee.
But that's why, though. They're adding sugar to get you more hooked on it.
I didn't even like the way it tasted. Every time I was like,
Oh, I don't get any sweetener in my lattes.
it's not good.
I don't like it.
I used to love a giant, nasty ass frap they have whipped cream hits in the bottom of the cup, and you go,
Oh, when it's mixed with your frappuccino? What kind of frappuccino?
oh, my favorite. My mom and I would always get in high school was the caramel ribbon,
Ooh,
something like that.
that's fancy.
Caramel ribbon crunch. It's been a while, or maybe that was college. That was it. Oh, and they had these little crunchy caramels.
That sounds amazing.
Oh my God, my ass is like, ooh.
I mean, I had to go cold turkey off of their chai tea lattes, iced or frappuccinos, because they're the worst, literally the worst thing on the menu. Like the one thing I picked that I love, they're like spicy and sweet. Oh, they're so fucking good. But I mean, I would wake up craving one. like hardcore craving, and then I remember having so many of them. Like I would have like 6 in a day. They were so sugary. Like I mean, high school and college, like
Same high school and college, those fraps all day.
like I don't think it was baby fat on my face. I think it was just like fat from like frappuccinos.
I know, my cheeks are so big and my hips. It was like I was skinny fat.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, my hips went like a different way in those photos. Still skinny, but it was like, didn't go
I just
in
wasn't
there.
in shape. I just didn't know. I didn't know how to eat properly. I didn't know, like, I knew that you should exercise and eat well, but I, like, didn't know the rule. I didn't know, like, I didn't have a structure on it. I just was like, well, if you work out and you have vegetables, you're okay. Like,
It's good, though. I feel like when you're younger is your time to just enjoy it.
yeah.
I feel it's not like a hypocrite because of earlier, but I'm talking about kids who aren't choosing and are only be given fast food.
I don't know. Part of me is like, I wish I had those tools younger, because then I could have, like, truly set those habits earlier, like laid the foundation. And then I don't know, I just feel like maybe like this is gonna sound so bad because like I'm not overweight or anything, but like some of the stubborn fat that's there, maybe that wouldn't have like formed as much.
Yeah, like your set weight that you always hit,
Right.
that would have been lower.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it was nice though, just enjoying everything.
Oh, it totally was.
Bell.
I was just gonna say Taco Bell. I was just gonna say Taco Bell. I mean, the fast food and like the sugar I used to have, and I was like, it's fine. Just oh, those were the days.
I'd go to Wendy's, which is never the best, but sometimes we'd go to Wendy's and just get one out of everything on the dollar menu. They got rid of dollar menus. Wiener.
At Wendy's?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
think they did.
I gave up fast food a long time ago. And then like I'll get hungry with Gary sometimes like late at night, and he'll like want fast food or something, and I was like, no, we're adults now. We don't I've had enough fast food for a lifetime, okay? And he looked at me. I said that once. I probably sounded like such an asshole. He's like, what? Like, we can do what we want because we're adults. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, we can't have fast food anymore.
You have to find the subs. We found this place that's open late called Uncool Burger.
Ooh.
It's so good. It's next to the Whole Foods on Santa Monica. It just opened this.
In West Hollywood?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Uncool Burger, their burgers are $8, which is sadly very cheap for out here. And they're open super late, and they're so good.
Really?
So I'll be like, no, we can't get fast food. We gotta go to Uncool Burger.
Ooh.
Because you don't feel as bad.
Okay. I mean, I do In-N-Out.
In-N-Out's my top.
Yeah. Actually, Carney's is my top.
Oh. I've only had their hot dog.
So their burger, to me, tastes like In-N-Out.
Okay.
But you can park easily on Sunset. And the guys are so nice. And it's the same guys over and over. And they like know your name. And they'll like hook you up with things. Like, and they do it with everybody who they like recognize. They're the best. Like I love Carney's.
Carney's, if you haven't been, it's like a cool train.
Yeah, it's like a train car. Like
Big yellow train car. It's awesome. It's really fun on Sunset. And there's one in Studio City.
Yeah.
But it really makes a difference when people have the service like that.
Yeah.
I always want to go back because it just feels good. It gives you the dopamine as the freaking Starbucks cup.
Exactly. I mean, the food's good.
Just feels nice.
I love it there. And yeah, I mean, it's like, why wait in the line at In-N-Out when you could get actual good fries with your burger that tastes like In-N-Out?
And In-N-Out is freezing inside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
It is freezing. I don't like that. I don't like being cold.
It takes out all of the
obviously,
joy.
I'm a woman.
Our fingers are just icicles.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't eat. I can't digest when I'm this cold.
Yeah, I can't. It's really... well, Carney's, they sound great, but any wieners you know of? Any wieners that stood out lately?
Okay, so I was in rush hour traffic. Where was I? Oh, I was heading down. I mean, I sound like the asshole in this, but
I sound like the asshole in so many of my wiener stories.
So we were heading to the Irvine Improv because I was featuring for Eric Griffin, and I'm like trying to get in the carpool lane because I'm with Gary in the car. Gary's my boyfriend, and
she's dating the squirrel. I mean, the squirrel. The squirrel. The snail.
Oh yes. Oh.
She's dating the snail.
There actually is there's a song there's Gary's song, and it's from SpongeBob, and so
do you sing it to him?
Sometimes.
That's cute.
Sometimes we get high and sing it together.
And that, folks, is love.
But it just happened one day. I was like, Alexa, play a song about Gary. And it was like,
SpongeBob was my cartoon.
Really?
I loved it.
I wasn't a huge fan, but I do like that song a whole lot.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to always sing it to him.
Yeah, always. Oh, we like the song.
It'd be fun if you hated it, and that could be like whenever he acts up.
Oh.
Acts up sounds so... Whenever you're mad at him.
Whenever he acts up.
Whenever you want to just give him the old slap. Alexa, play SpongeBob.
Whenever he acts up, I just turn on the seat heater in the car. It's like, why is my ass on fire?
That's so funny. That would be a good... Who said... I don't think I've ever said it about someone's boyfriend whenever he acts up.
Whenever he acts up. And he's the goodest boy. I mean, he's a good boy.
He don't act up very much.
What a good boy. Whenever he acts up.
It's so weird. Anyways, the wiener.
So
You're driving.
We were driving. I was trying to cut across lanes with my signal on and everything to get into the carpool lane. It's rush hour. And this girl, I had to like be aggressive because nobody lets you in Los Angeles.
You have to just go.
So I did, and my signal was on and everything. She lays on her horn like way too long. Like, why?
Yeah,
like,
asshole amount.
Yeah, like I signaled to get into the lane. You knew where I was going. I'm also not trying to get in front of you. I'm actually trying to get into the next lane. So like, fuck off.
Just wait a second, and your lane will be back to normal.
Oh my God. Laid on her horn. And then I got in the carpool lane. She comes up to the side of us. And like, Gary's like, why did she do that for so long? And he flips her off. And I was like,
no.
You don't need to.
He fed into it.
You don't need
Gary.
to do that. Well, yeah, because she was laying into the horn so long. And she
Anyone would've done
literally
that.
stops the car on the freeway and looks over and goes, fuck you. And we both lost it. We were, I mean, and like adding insult to injury, we're like laughing in her face. And she's like, fuck you. I mean, clearly having a bad day.
Yeah.
But like, lady, just let me in. What are you doing?
She definitely was putting out her day on you.
Yeah, and like the best
You.
the best part about it is we were in the carpool lane, so she couldn't cut us off because she was only one person. And like that would be the recourse, right? Would be to like go and cut you off, but like we're in the carpool
You
lane.
won.
Yeah,
Oh man, she's a wiener.
she is a wiener.
She's a total wiener.
Or she was a wiener that day. We don't know.
We don't
how
know if
she
she's
is.
fully a wiener.
We don't. It was the wiener day. It was a wiener day.
She had a wiener day, which we've all had wiener days.
We've all had wiener days
Man,
for sure.
that's a fun reaction. At least the best part about that is that you guys got to end on a laugh.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when someone's so mean on the road, you're like heated, and you're like, why am I so upset by this stranger? Like, I have no need, even if you don't
Right.
care, you're like, that just like got to me. But that
Right.
one ended fun.
That one did end fun. I mean, yeah, he's definitely taken a lot of stress off of my life because he's so like laid back with things. But yeah, I mean, us laughing, and then I felt a little bad for laughing, but it was just,
I mean, I
It
would have
was-
too.
right?
I wasn't expecting that.
No. Fuck you. I mean, stopping the car on the freeway, stopping, and then going, fuck you. She could have been rear-ended.
Easily.
Like, what are you
On the freeway?
What are you doing?
She's got a lot going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I'm going to think of her next time someone honks. And I'm just like, inside, they're really having a fuck you moment.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it feels so gratifying to laugh at that. So if people are dicks on the road, I kind of just want to laugh at them at this point.
1000%.
Right? Like, you got to put it into practice and then it'll become genuine. But, like, people are ridiculous in their cars.
I think I've cracked that one a few years ago.
Really?
I don't usually. It's rare
Oh, okay.
that they'll bug me because I just know that they are just shitty.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it bugs me. Not as much anymore. I think it's when I'm more stressed in my life in general. Probably like that wiener.
Yeah.
Fuck you!
You should maybe, I don't know, could you write a joke about that?
I don't know.
It's a funny like act out.
It is a funny act out, but I don't know if there's like, I feel like I sound like a dick even though she was being a jerk to begin with.
I don't think you sound like a dick.
No?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Huh.
You
Maybe.
did nothing wrong here.
No, I truly didn't. I signaled to get into lane.
You have to, in LA, you signal, then go.
Yeah.
You signal, and then you go 1, 2, 3. Give them a chance.
I mean, all I did was my signal was on because I was cutting across multiple lanes slowly to get into the carpool lane. So it was just on, and like she clearly wanted to be a jerk and like move forward to not let me in. And I was like, nope. Like that's how it works in LA. So
yeah, chill out. Oh my God, the other day, it was yesterday. Doesn't matter which day, but it was yesterday. I am at the red light, and then to the turning lane right to me, there was like 3 cars waiting to turn.
Yeah.
And I hear a car slamming on its horn, like for this person to go. This person couldn't have gone, first of all.
Okay.
I was like, oh, then I see the cars go. I'm like, oh, it's not that person. I still hear the horn. This whole time it's down.
Oh my God.
The entire time. Another car goes. I'm like, it's not them. Where's this horn coming from? Like, how far back? This like meth addict, windows down, car beat up, going like, like
Jesus.
He's like, fucking go! Like, full on panic attack. It's like, and then just like skirts off and goes, and I'm like, where is he going?
Oh my God.
Terrifying that's on
so
the road.
Scary.
It was really scary.
Where was this? In LA?
It was in West Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Right next to Uncool Burger. Can you sponsor me?
Seriously, I want to go. Like, can we go? What's going
we can
on?
so go. It's so good. They have vegan and non-vegan options.
Of course they do.
It's the owner of Tacos Tu Madre, which is one of my favorites.
Ooh,
too.
I love Tacos Tu Madre.
That's how I found out they gave out coupons. They gave out free coupons for a drink. So I was like, can I get 2? And Matt and I went. Best cocktails ever. Burgers were dirt cheap. Our bill was 20 something.
Oh my God. So it's like a restaurant.
It's like Tacos Tu Madre where there's no server. You scan and then they bring it.
Sure. Okay.
But now we go back and we've never gotten a cocktail since. They're $15. They're twice the price of a burger.
Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense. It makes sense. But no, I get it.
I can't pay that
I
at a burger joint. I'm not paying $15
It's so
for
funny.
a margarita.
I miss going out and just getting a drink. But when you're in a relationship and then something about being in your 30s, you're like, I could just drink at home. But it's like it's like getting a coffee. It's that dopamine. It's like not even about having the alcohol. It's just about having like a drink in a nice setting. You know what I mean? But I'm like, our house is a nice setting. Like we live in a nice place. We can have a cocktail here. Like we're in a relationship, so it's not like you know what I mean?
100%. I agree.
But I miss it.
But it feels fun.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't, you know, like, just go with me. Like, just let's go get one drink and sit at a bar and, like, be like we're in our 20s. Like,
I think the key is you have to find a good happy hour.
ooh, yeah,
Then you
happy
can
hours
just
are good.
go and then go home. Mm-hmm. We are crazy. I feel like we just perform, like, that sounds cocky. You perform so much that your nights are so full that when it comes to a free night, you're like, I just want to say,
Yeah, it's true. But then every once in a while, I'm like, but I can we go get a drink? And he's like, but why? I'm like, oh, you're right, but why? But I'm like,
he likes whiskey. You guys should go to Larchmont Bungalow in Studio City.
Ooh.
Best cocktails.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, well, we should go all together.
Ooh, that's a great
Double
idea.
date.
Okay. You guys are all welcome to come.
You're all welcome.
If you follow me at Mandy Martino, is it just your name?
Yep, at Julia Jasunas.
No I.
No I.
And we'll update you when we're going. And
There's no I in just.
that's so dumb. Have you said that before?
No, I've never said that before. It just came to me.
Oh, that is true. But there is, but there isn't. If you said it, if you still kept it in and you told someone your name, you're like, how do you pronounce it? And then you say that. Okay.
No, it's true. I say what I say to people and they still fuck it up is like Jasunas, like just as soon as. Like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, like just as soon as you remember, don't fuck it up.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but they still fuck it up.
Well, just as soon as I get off that stage.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna rip out your eyeballs and eat them. I'm gonna grab you by the taint. I'm gonna grab you by the taint and spin you around like a sky dancer.
You know that little toe to the left of your pinky toe that no one gives attention to?
Yeah, what about it?
Gonna look at it.
Oh, I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna curse it. I'm gonna curse your pinky toe. So every time you take a step, you're gonna feel the curse on your pinky toe.
I'm gonna curse you so when you step weird, you get a tingle in your butthole.
And you feel sad.
And And that's the last time her name was ever said wrong. Fuck with us.
Oh no, not a tingle in my butthole. I'm feeling sad. Not again. Did Julia curse me? Fuck.
Then they end up liking it, and they're confused when they're sad if sad is happy and happy is sad.
Sounds like something that happens in prison.
Yeah. Oh man. So do you have like a joke, like a moment that you did make into a joke, and when you didn't make into a joke? Like, does anything stand out?
Well, yes. So okay, one thing.
Do you hear that?
Yeah. Is that outside?
It sounds like someone's playing with plates.
It does.
But like with sticks, right? I feel like we're listening into something. I feel like we just tapped into what is this? The Stranger Things.
Oh, like the upside down.
Oh, we're in the upside down.
Extraterrestrials.
You just hear, It did sound really weird. Okay. Well, we'll just ignore it.
Okay, so one that I did not make into a joke.
Okay. These are my favorite.
Oh no. So, I fly for free on standby through my aunt. She's a retired flight attendant.
Amazing.
It's great. It's enabled me to very easily, like work clubs across the country, which has been great. But I got referred to this agent in New York from a friend of mine who lives in New York. And I was like, great, because I can fly free. I can be bi-coastal. And he wanted to meet with me in person. So I flew out there. I met up with my friend for dinner the night before. And on my walk back to my, I was like staying with a family friend. On my way back to the apartment, my stomach gets so upset. And like, I don't talk about this very often. I don't like talking about things like this. But I went in my pants.
Welcome to New York City, boys and girls.
And as it's happening, I get catcalled. Yeah, like has no idea. The guy has no idea. He's like, because they catcall all the time in New York. So they're like, hey, pretty, or whatever he said. And I'm like, oh, you have no idea. You have no idea. And I started laughing because I was like, you have no idea. And like, turned out
I love that you laughed. I would have done the same thing.
Because it was like, what is my life right now? It was like an out of body experience because I never, like, I don't do that. Like, I don't.
You're not prone to that.
I'm not at all. I had food poisoning.
Clearly.
So I got back. No, I got back. And like all night was like in the bathroom all night. Missed, like I emailed, but like missed the interview, not interview, but the meeting or whatever. Missed it. He was going to the Hamptons the next day.
No.
So like missed it completely. Was miserable on this family friend who I don't know very much. It's my stepdad's like friend from college.
That's
like,
so uncomfortable.
Yeah. And like this woman didn't know how to take care of me, nor did she want to. She kept telling me to go to the hospital. And I was like, I have food poisoning. And she's like, are you sure it's food poisoning? I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I ate something. And then immediately it like all came out of me. So like.
And it really turned on some men.
Yeah. I mean, clearly I still get it. I mean, it was just such a disaster. And then I was like, would you mind getting me some Gatorade? And she's like, I don't drink that sugary shit. I wouldn't even know where to get it. And I was
Ew.
like, I know. I was like, I don't drink it either. I just need electrolytes. and she left for like 2 hours and came back and was like, I couldn't find it anywhere. And when I was finally like, okay, I went to the bodega across the street and it was there.
Of course, Gatorade's everywhere.
It's fucking Gator. Also, just get me juice. Get me something with electrolytes. That's all I was asking.
She didn't want to.
I don't know what. She's like one of those people she's got like a PhD. So I think she's so smart, but like certain skills are gone. So I think she legitimately like went out looking and couldn't find it because she doesn't ever drink it. And I was like, yeah, I find it disgusting too, but like I need it right now. So it was, it was just, and like, I remember, and like the flight there, there was like a huge storm and we got grounded in Chicago and like I couldn't get any other flights on standby because they were all oversold. So I had to call my boyfriend at the time, and like he had a bunch of miles. And so he flew me the rest of the way on miles. And the same thing happened on the way back. Like the whole trip was a disaster. But the best part was getting catcalled as you know, I can't hold anything. I mean, it would have been even more funny if I projectile vomited on the guy. But I mean, for him to not know the whole time, I was just like, thank you. So
I kind of love that happened because it took a moment that could have been just pure shit, and it made it funny and memorable.
I mean, I will never forget that. I mean, I flew back out and like had the interview a second time.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I did, and he didn't take me, and he knew everything. I mean, like obviously not the cat calling, but he knew everything that happened, and he was like, yeah, I just like gave me the generic runaround that like I could have heard over email or whatever. He was like, you know, it'd be hard to develop you across the country. Like you'd have to live here. And I was like, I flew out here twice for you. Like, yes, I fly free. I still have to pay the taxes on it. I still have to pay for the Ubers. I still have to like eat out and like get coffees when I'm here. Like it's
Gatorade.
Still Gatorade, write Yelp reviews. Like get my money back. Like
I think everyone's probably wondering what you ate.
I had salmon at this really nice restaurant, and I mean like well rated, like I don't know, it was salmon. It tasted a little fishy. I don't know, I think it was just a bad piece of salmon.
Happens.
Yeah, I mean really nice restaurant too, like expensive. I met up with a friend of mine, like one of my best friends from high school. She recommended the place and like had been there a bunch. I don't know. I know.
Just wasn't meant to be.
I know. It was like it was like an Asian restaurant. I mean, I'm sure I have my Yelp review in my...
I wish you had that ready. If you have it,
I mean,
I screenshot it and put it at the end. That
I mean, I might be able to track it down. 'Cause doesn't it show what your reviews are?
I think so.
Yeah, so I might be able to find it. I know it said food poisoning in all caps with a bunch of exclamation points.
Oh, damn.
This was years ago. This was like, what, 5 years ago? Something like that? But yeah, oh, man,
He saw those lumps in your ass. The guy that cat called you, he was like, damn, that ass is full.
Oh, gross.
That ass is full.
that ass. I mean,
it's steaming.
oh, God. It's just one of those moments. Like, you ever have those moments where things are going so wrong that you just laugh because of how ridiculous it is?
Always.
Yeah, like that. It's like an out of body experience. Sorry, I just spit. An out of body experience that's just like, this is my life right now. Okay, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I always laugh at that. I pulled my hip flexor getting out of the car. I pulled it years ago, so sometimes I'll just stand up weird. And it will like pop out, like kind of feeling.
Ow,
So I did that Saturday getting out of the car, and I couldn't stop laughing. It hurt so bad. I laugh at the weirdest.
I mean, I get it.
I was like, I'm in so much pain. It's just definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're able to get through it pretty much.
I mean, it was just like everything leading up to it, and then even getting back home. The whole trip was a disaster. The entire trip. Like, having trouble getting there, having trouble getting home, missing the meeting completely. And then after all of that, to not even get signed by the guy, I was like, oh, this is just like,
awesome.
Yeah, like
amazing.
Oh, and I don't know. I think about that sometimes, and I'm like, maybe it's a story you tell on late night or something.
Definitely.
Like that. You know, like,
I think it's a great story. It's yeah. Sometimes talking about shit on stage is difficult.
I don't like doing it, but it's just me. I just don't like doing it. It's not my voice. It's not like.
But that's how I feel.
Yeah.
We all have our stories.
We all have our stories. I mean, that one, it's only funny because of the cat call.
That's the beauty in it.
Yeah. I mean, just walking back on the streets of New York.
Yeah. No.
They couldn't smell it because the whole city smells like hot dumpster.
It does. And
it does.
Even worse now.
Ugh, does it? I haven't been in a long time.
I think.
Ugh. I'm not a New York fan. But that's okay. Other people can be. I hate when people get so defensive about those things. Like, you don't like New York? I'm like, no, but you do, and that's fine. Go there. be there. Be happy there. I'm going to be happy here in LA where other people don't like it here.
Exactly.
Like it's like people who don't like LA, fine. Go.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
there's tons of other places you can go.
There are tons. And
I
like
love
life
LA.
is too short to live in a place that you hate.
Yeah, I'd freeze my ass off. I think New York would be fun if... I've only been twice, but I think living there, I would only want to live there if I had money. Because
I feel the same way.
LA is a great place to not have money.
Yeah.
You can do so much and get away with it. But New York, I would just be frozen in like a 200 square feet apartment.
100%. Like, I don't know how people do it. I don't know. But also, then I think about, I don't know how people move here now.
That's very true.
Because it's so expensive now. Like, I feel like
we came at a good time.
You're grandfathered in if you've been here for a while. Like, my first apartment, because it was rent controlled, you know, I lived in Santa Monica for 10 years, like in a great location.
Oh, yeah. You just moved. I've been here for 9 years.
Yeah, exactly. So, you get grandfathered into like crazy rates or whatever.
Suckers.
Yeah, you gotta put in your dues.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can't imagine moving to a new city like that, and especially in your 20s when you've got like nothing and you're just like, I got a dream in your pocket, like, you know, just.
Like, shit, there's a hole in my pocket.
Yeah, right. Well,
we lost it. Well, what is a moment that you turned into a joke that you like or used to have as a joke?
Oh, yeah. It's funny. I totally forgot about it, and the joke popped into my head, I think last night or the night before. So I was heading to the airport. First time I was flying, like, post-pandemic or whatever. I felt safe enough to fly. I was heading to the airport. I got picked up, like I lived in West LA at the time, and I got picked up by this guy, and he just so many Uber drivers just always have like opinions. Like they just like, what is it with being like, do some Uber drivers just need to be heard and that's why they drive people to like,
ooh,
you know what I mean?
Ew. I hate it.
But they like, right? They like trap you in their car to tell you their opinions, and they're like, you're trapped on this drive. You know what I mean?
That's
I feel like
classic.
so many of them, and it's not LA specific. It's everywhere. It's like, oh, let me tell you something. I was like, no, I don't. Person who's driving me, like, no, I don't want that. I
don't like that either. I don't think anyone does.
No,
I mean, I think there's maybe a rare 2%.
Maybe. I mean, I've gotten some weird Uber drivers like that. I really do not enjoy taking Ubers. But
I would take a talkative Uber driver over a smelly Uber driver.
Ooh,
I get some stinkers.
ooh,
Yeah. And then I don't even leave a bad review because I feel bad. They stink so much. Yeah. Anyways.
yeah, that's gross.
It's really gross.
Yeah, I can't.
Ubers used to be like, there used to be snacks. There used to be iPhone chargers, little waters. They'd ask what you want to play.
Right,
and now
right.
you're in a beat up Toyota Tercel just hoping to get there without them either talking, smelling, or touching you.
Yeah.
And you still take them.
Or just like blasting music that you don't want to hear. Like, hey, this isn't your time.
I'm paying for this.
I'm paying for. Yeah. Oh, I had an Uber driver once. Totally separate. I had an Uber driver once. I was on the phone. I can't even remember what I was dealing with. It was some legal issue, and I was on the phone with a lawyer, and the Uber driver was blasting music, and I was like, "Would you mind turning that down?" And he got like visibly annoyed.
Ooh.
And then I think left me a bad review because I was on the phone and I was like, I'm getting in an Uber to go somewhere and I'm taking a call that it's
That's
basically
rough.
a business call. Like, I'm not being rude, like, hey girl, you know? Mm-hmm. Like,
Wiener.
he's a wiener.
Total wiener. He's a really bad wiener.
Yeah. But I remember being like, because I mean, like, visibly annoyed and like scoffing. And I'm like,
A scoff.
right?
If someone scoffs.
Like, what? Right? It blew me away. I was like, you're blasting music that I don't like, but I don't even care. I'm on the phone. Like,
That guy sucks.
yeah, he does. Yeah, like,
A scoff is a verbal eye roll.
it is. Yeah, it is. There's your analogy again.
2 for 2.
2 for 2 Martino.
And that's all. I'm cut off. I topped out. Okay, so you're
Okay.
in an Uber.
I'm in an Uber to the airport. This guy, he starts going off about like vaccines. And he was like, oh God, he was like, you know that they're giving money now to people who like to get people to take the vaccine. And I was like, oh, that's great. I already got mine. Would they give me money? He's like, probably not, but you should. And like still telling me about it. And he's like I said something essentially that was like, you need to get the second one. And I was like, I have the second one. And he's like, I haven't gotten the second one yet, but you should get it. And I was like, okay, are you not hearing me? Like, I don't need a lecture on getting vaccinated. I am vaccinated.
You're vaccinated. He hasn't gotten his second shot. He's telling you to get your second shot.
Yeah. So he's like lecturing me on like the safety for like the public or whatever. And I'm like, I'm already ahead of you in my timeline for this. So like, what the fuck? Like, shut up, guy. Actually listen to me. And then he starts going off about like he's like, you want kids? Like, do you?
What?
I know, right? Mind you, it's like 6 a.m. I'm like taking an early flight.
Too early at any time for this.
Yeah. He's like, do you want kids? And I'm like, no. Like, what? No. Like, no, I don't want kids. And then tries to lecture me about that.
No.
This like man that I don't know. He's like,
what did he say?
I am trying to remember. It was like, I get so many millennials that like none of them want kids. They all want dogs now. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Like, that sounds great. And that sounds accurate, especially in Los Angeles. And I was like, I don't see a problem with that. That's their choice. Like, if they don't want kids, then they probably wouldn't be good parents.
Exactly. They shouldn't have kids.
Exactly.
And we don't need more kids.
And he was like, my brother, it's like, my brother, not like... like got a girl pregnant, and now that's the best thing that ever happened to him, this little girl. And I was like, okay, that's your brother. And like, also wrap it up. Like, what are you doing?
And that's a dude who didn't have to push out the baby,
who didn't have to carry the baby for 9 months, who didn't have to like
any of the things to come.
None of it. Doesn't pay taxes on tampons. Like, fuck you. Just like,
hashtag taxes on tampons.
Taxes on tampons. Like, fuck. But yeah, says all this, and then I was like, okay, that's fine for him. And he basically kept pushing it, and I was like, he was like, well, you should have a kid because the world is underpopulated.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you? This whole time?
The whole time. Climate change.
Is that fake?
That the world is underpopulated?
Is climate change fake too?
No.
Don't let Leo hear this.
No. Like, the whole time we were going around like it was overpopulated. Like, climate change isn't real. And like
damn. I'm going to bust out some babies.
But seriously, he was like, the world is underpopulated. And I'm looking around and we're sitting in bumper to bumper traffic on the 405. On the 405.
No.
And I'm like, what? Like, this guy's fucking nuts and telling me to have babies? Like, fuck you. Like, what do you... and he kept pushing it, like, the whole drive.
Oh, worst Uber driver ever.
Yeah, and he wasn't hitting on me or anything. He was just some machismo guy, like, trying to lecture me. And I'm like, A, I don't care about your opinion. B, I don't respect your opinion. And like, C, you have no right to say anything to me.
None of this should be a conversation right now.
It shouldn't be anything. Right. No, I don't give bad reviews. I gave a bad review to that guy. Like, because he just kept going, you know?
I think he deserved the review because that's...
It just felt, it felt like...
And I'm sure if he said that to you, I'm sure he does that to everybody. That's his thing. Like,
well,
you said, he wants to be heard.
Right. I mean, probably women. I feel like it was more of a woman thing.
Well, he did talk about babies.
Yeah.
Unless a male seahorse gets in the car.
Yeah,
He's
unless a seahorse gets in the car.
Get pregnant, dude.
Yeah. It was, just so weird.
I wouldn't expect that.
Also,
the vaccine I would expect, but the baby thing is like a whole other level.
I mean, it just made no sense. I was like, where are you getting your stats from that the world is underpopulated?
You can't have a sane conversation.
No.
With that person.
No, you can't.
The bumper and bumper traffic too is really funny.
Yeah, like, how big's your family?
So did you make this into a joke?
I did. It works sometimes. It's very LA specific because the punchline is, sir, we're sitting on the 405, which... I don't know. Like, maybe if I go to different cities, if I like change it to the like major thoroughfare that city has.
I think just like what you said, if we're in bumper to bumper traffic,
right,
is funny by itself.
Like, I'm looking around, it's rush hour.
Yeah,
but that's not like a punch. You know what I mean?
The 405 does sound good.
Yeah, but if you said it about like what's like, is there a lot of traffic in Florida where
On the turnpike.
on the turnpike? So like, sir, we're sitting on the turnpike.
Yeah.
Like I'm
That K.
like something like that, right? Something like that. Because like we were just in Chicago and there was really bad traffic on this. I think it was the 90. I think that's what it was, and like really bad. So like if I was in Chicago, I could say, "Sir, we're sitting on the 90." Like what, you know? But maybe I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it was really funny at first, and then it feels like it lost its zhuzh. But like
Why
that.
we talked about that.
Yeah.
When a joke loses its, you said it better than me. Zhuzh. When the joke stops jizzing, it's so upsetting. Because at first it jizzes so hard. And you're so excited. What am I going to do with all this jizz?
Yeah.
And then it just completely...
Not going to make babies with it because the world is not underpopulated.
The world is so empty.
Overpopulated. Oh, yes, it's empty.
I'm like, where are the people?
Where are they? Not outside.
No.
Not on the 405.
There's like 10 people outside the driveway just always standing there too. I'm like, please get inside.
Get inside.
There's like these
Go
old
away.
guys that just stand in all the driveways.
What is up with old men and just like standing outside?
I guess they just want to not be inside. I think they're retired. They have nothing to do.
Very astute observation.
So they're inside because they're outside. They want to be inside.
They want to be outside. They want to look at the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
losing its jizz.
it's so upsetting. Well, hopefully you can
It is.
rejizz it.
Maybe.
Get it hard again.
I just forgot about it. I isn't that weird?
That's another thing too.
Like, how does that happen? You tell the joke a lot, and then it naturally just kind of like slips away, and then it's gone. So my OCD, I have so many jokes like that, and if they're not written down, also where are they written down? I have so many lists of things.
I have like 50 Google Docs. I make a new one every day.
I make new ones because I'm like, well, I'll start fresh, and then like I don't clear out the old ones.
Me too.
Oh, it's so stressful. It like perpetuates the problem. But yeah, I mean, so many jokes that I've done. And like I remember there've been jokes where I thought of them in an afternoon and then tried them that night and it worked. And then I don't know where they went or what they are. And like and they might be written down, they might not. Like I'm usually pretty good, but like sometimes what if I'm driving and I was just like, I'm going to try that, you know, like.
And then it will pop in your head though sometimes.
Years later. But it's like art is so like malleable, I guess is the right word, but yeah, it stresses me out because I'm so type A about that kind of stuff that I'm like, oh, I lost a joke that I wrote and that joke is there. It's like a thing. It feels like a thing that I lost, you know, that I need to like account for.
You know the Seinfeld episode where he writes a joke in his sleep and at the side of the table and he loses the note. And you're like, what was it? And I think it was when he finally finds it, didn't even make sense.
It didn't even make sense.
All the time.
Yeah.
My goal this week it's been my goal for the last 3 weeks, but this week I'm going to do it, is go through all my voice memos.
Oh.
Because you record every set you do, even car rides, everything, because you'll say something. And then the thing is, I'll say something in the car, voice recording, I'm like, yes. And then I never listen to the voice memos.
Yeah, I mean, oh God, voice memos. That just like made my heart, my chest tight. I'm like, fuck, voice memos. I have so many. I'm not even talking about the notes in my phone, like my notes section.
There's notes, Google Docs, and then there's the voice memos. And it's all...
And then I just have my pages on my
Notebooks.
laptop.
Oh, that's the other... yeah.
Or emails.
Yep.
I just have so many.
Yeah, sorry. Just triggered all of our anxiety.
This week, my goal is similar. It was to go through my closet to like do a purge.
That's good. I try to purge twice a year.
Yeah, I do naturally about twice a year. That's funny. Yeah, I'd like to do it more, but you know, it just kind of
it takes a lot of time.
It takes time, but it's also like it has to strike me. Like I have to be in a purging mood, and when I am, I get rid of so much stuff. It feels so good.
I do the same thing.
You know what I mean? Like so much of the time you have like this weird emotional attachment to it, which makes like not even emotional. It's just like I might wear that or I might need that for an audition, even though I don't really like that shirt, you know. And then like I'll get in a mode where I'm like, it all goes, it all fucking goes, and then it's gone, and it's like this huge weight is lifted, and there's so much space, and you're like.
It's
I can't handle junk. I'm
oh no, especially because my
Clutter.
place is smaller. If it's cluttered, it causes anger. And I would just feel because it makes you feel overwhelmed. An overwhelmed equals anger. So, but my first clean this year was not in the mood, and then I do like the pile, and then it goes under the bed, and then it goes like in the thing, and I don't want to get rid of anything.
Yeah.
But when the second one, I was in the mood, and I was like, bye.
oh, so good.
You should
So
only
good.
do it when you're in the mood, because the other one's a really big waste of time.
I do a system similar where like I'll go through it if I'm like kind of in the mood. So I'll go through my closet and like pull things that are like I'm like on the fence about, and then they'll all go in one section in my closet, and it'll sit in that section for months.
And if you don't touch that section,
And if you don't touch that section, then you still think about it more. And then
you still don't want to get rid of it.
and then you're like, fine, purge time. And then it finally makes it to your car. And then it's there for another 3 months. And it's just like, ah!
And then I go to Goodwill, and then I take out like 2 items as I'm about to give it away finally.
I try not to look. I used to do that. But now, because like all the donation centers are so overflooded,
They're full.
They make you section things out, so it makes me look through what I'm donating. I'm like, no,
It's not okay.
it's not. I mean, there have been a couple times now, but I got my mom's gonna like, so you can have donation centers come and like pick up
That's good.
things. So we're gonna do it at her house, and we scheduled a date, and I'm just gonna dump it there, so I don't have to
Don't
drive,
look.
because I've had to drive to like 4 different donation centers at a time the last few times. So that gives me anxiety, because I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. I know it's like hard enough to donate things. Like I enjoy purging, but like I don't enjoy the like.
No, I wish
Getting
someone
rid of
else.
it.
I think picking it up is a smart idea.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna piss myself.
On that note,
I'm like, we could keep going, but I do have to pee. With Audrey the other day, I peed the couch just a little bit. Don't worry, it was this side. Welcome to my classy apartment. Her apartment. Started on a note, ended on a note. Was it a good
Yeah.
note? I don't know.
we don't know.
Thank you so much for watching, and listen to the Gary song from SpongeBob. Infringement. Is that the word?
Infringement?
That's not the word.
yeah.
Copyright infringement.
Yeah, that's right.
Infringement. I'm so sorry for how white girl I was this episode. Julia and I have fun.
Yes.
Fuck you, Starbucks.
You're not supposed to cheers water, but it's sparkling. Also, I'm not superstitious, so. Are you? Okay, good.
The amount of ladders I've climbed under.
I split the pole all the time with Gary.
What the hell is split the pole?
Exactly what I said. Okay. Superstitious guys think about this. So if you are walking, it's like walking on either side of a ladder or something. Like if there's a pole and you're walking with somebody, you're supposed to go on the same side. I don't give a shit.
I always split the pole.
Me too. I think it's a woman thing.
I like to
because
do the
it's-
hand over if you're holding hands.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm 5 years old and happy.
Or even if it's like a lamppost or something, it's just more efficient. Like I don't want to be pushed into the street. If women make themselves so small all the time for people that I'm like, no, if this is more efficient, I'm gonna go this way. I'm not gonna squeeze next to a pole because of your superstitious ass.
I'm not backing down to no fucking pole.
Oh, it drives me nuts. Or crossing the street with a guy and they're like, all right, we're going now. And I was like, I don't want to go now. I want to go when I want to go. You can go. And then they stop and get pissed. And I'm like, you know what? You could have gone. I'll go at my own pace.
My ex would be the opposite. He would never want to cross the street. I would do it at a good time.
Oh.
But he always wanted to use crosswalks.
Oh, that's annoying.
Because sometimes there's none. So when we broke up, I'm like, I'm never using a crosswalk again.
Fuck you.
I get hit by a car.